Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
The Ronnie O'Sullivan fans want him to win frames, get right back into this. I think the neutral.
Of course, we think of these two in the way they're dazzling potters and break builders, as we've seen this week. But as we also know, there's the safety side of things almost becomes more important than ever. Good shot from Judd, which not quite followed up by Ronnie there. Judd with his hand on the table at this range can be absolutely lethal. What a chance for O'Sullivan. So the power of the first four frames slightly gone away since the mid-session, and as Phil said, it does change things occasionally.
One.
So far it seems to have done in the frame and a bit we're seeing.
And just going back to Trump, I think it's worth noting, even though he's nicely ahead, he's missed more pots from distance than he's knocked in.
9.
6 successes, 7 failures.
$16. 17. 24.
Now at home, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
25.
Most important is what is the man at the table thinking, because he's not always been going out of his way to stay on the blacks in the last few years. So I guess he's the one that counts, the frame being the most important thing, but I see where you're coming
32.
from. It's a golden chance, a very big break.
33. 40.
Not pleased with that last one. The black wasn't cleanly.
41.
Which meant his position on the red meant he couldn't get away from the cushion. Now he's just slightly unfavourable here. It's not the perfect place to be. Goodness me. He just forced that cue ball around the angles. What a shot.
48.
Made something that's difficult look very easy there. Now, did you want to stay on the black here? Cannon on the two reds. Push through the ball. He'd be annoyed if he doesn't get on a colour at all. Red to middle is a little thin to really get into the cue ball, so it's neither one thing nor the other. I think he had no choice but to go up the table there.
49.
As much as he wanted to stay on the black, I feel. Still
54.
more work to do. Yeah, there are missable shots. Not just
Ronnie
me speaking
O'Sullivan,
after time,
54.
it's one of those shots he didn't want to be playing. Just things started to unravel in that break, which was so promising.
Yes, O'Sullivan's highest break of the afternoon. But it could amount to nothing.
Seven.
One semi-awkward red. The rest of the table sitting pretty.
Oh goodness, whatever that was, we could have done without it. There's been a few bangs and crashes. That was right when Judd was about to bring the cue back. I'm always delighted to see it not really affect the shot. He's not perfectly on the pink, but the thought of a player being put out of their rhythm is not nice. Because this is the most important passage of play so far in the match, I think.
Yeah, you hear of things that go bump in the night. That was things that went bump in the afternoon. Oh, and that's an opportunity squandered.
Yeah, it seems the other two reds were not potable to the right of the one he ended up playing. But you, Judd, can't believe he's back with a chance straight away, even though he's not got the perfect nudge on the red. When he missed that red, I'm sure he believed that the frame had gone. Well, what's happened? All of a sudden?
Shot trump one. Thank you.
The wheel has fallen off a little bit.
One. Three.
Last night he was deep in the zone. Not so this afternoon.
Thank you.
He's an underrated rest player, O'Sullivan, because the fact that he plays left-handed means he doesn't use it a lot, but that was a nice shot after the one that went before. But he needs another red.
10.
And he'll just want to see this one in, I think, right now, rather than anything too fancy. He knows they all count.
11.
And it's the second frame in a row that he's won without doing anything very special.
$18.
But of course the other significant thing is that the wind has just been taken out of Judd Trump's sails for whatever reason. Not playing with the same intensity as he did before the mid-session.
26. $27. $33. 35. 38. 42.
And of course, after looking unsettled this afternoon, this is useful table time. These academic pots
47.
for O'Sullivan.
$53.
Two half centuries from O'Sullivan, yes, but two chances to clear up. Wasted by Trump. 4-2. Last night in Leicester, it was all
Thank you, Judd.
inspiration from Ronnie
Thank you, frame
O'Sullivan.
7. Judd trying to break.
So far this afternoon, as he tries to haul his way back into the match, it's been more perspiration. Not playing his best, but at least he's digging deep. And if he can win this frame, regardless of what happens in the last of the afternoon, that would be a major result.
Thank you. Thank you, Ronnie.
I can just get across to the edge of the bunch on the right side here. Played it well. Played it, taking the cue through a wide angle.
One.
Well, cue ball came to rest in an awkward spot for Trump. Any roll-up he might think about playing. He's got to cover all the reds and they're spread right up to this end, so it's very difficult to cover them all. You've got to be in behind the green completely.
Judd Trump, 1.
There you are, that's the problem. He hasn't covered them. Had to have been a roll-up that just reaches the green ball. Oh, fabulous. I think that's the best he's hit one. Judd's red that he potted actually turned out to be a disadvantage because he couldn't get the snooker.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Neil. That was the best shot he's played this afternoon in terms of its technical merits. Not dissimilar, actually, to the very first red he potted last night in the
6.
semi-finals against Ding, and look what happened thereafter.
7.
Well, the right-hand red of the two will free the black into the left corner. That's the reason he
13.
took that one. Things just starting to fall into place at last. You can see
20.
a scenario now where he can get something significant from this session, which didn't seem likely earlier. I know it's a
21.
long match, but he cannot afford to get various frames behind against someone as good as Judd. They're pulling something out of the wreckage of the first 4 frames here.
28.
That was a kick. And that was a kick,
Ronnie
I'm
O'Sullivan,
afraid.
28.
O'Sullivan uses the old-fashioned chalk still. So I don't suppose you've got anyone to blame for it.
One.
It was one of those old-fashioned, audible kicks.
Yeah, and the ball always throws off at a thicker angle than would be natural.
8. Nine.
I think one of the best things to change in snooker, Phil, in recent years is that we don't have to keep on about players getting bad context kicks and all of that. Except for just occasionally, but we had to do it there. It's a better game without it all, but he uses a different chalk to the modern day
60.
players, and this, they just jumped. It was horrid.
$17.
And there's no debate, the town chalk has revolutionised the game, but occasionally kicks crop up, and how expensive could that one be? Although this is awkward. Nicely recovered.
24. $25. $32.
Those 4 reds all locked away.
33.
There might have been a plant to the right middle there, but even then I'm not certain he could get to it. So he presumably will get the 4 reds opened up. Kind of wanted to deflect off the first red, not hit it full on.
40.
Well, he's just stuck to it. Break over. Frame quite gripping the way that it's unfolding here.
Judd Trump, 40.
O'Sullivan has got every right to be frustrated with the kick, but also relieved to be back at the table.
He's a bit of help here. Not sure the blue has come to his rescue or not. He hit the red much too thick, a potting angle. No, Judd can get through.
One.
That's a nice shot. Perfectly on the black now. There's no reason why he shouldn't win the frame here, but there is a lot of tension in the air here in Leicester. It's been a gripping
8.
session. One or two errors, but tension
9.
is there for all to feel in the atmosphere. These two great players, terrific crowd.
$16. 17.
Well, this black and one further red. He'll have a lead going into this evening of some description.
$24. 25.
Apart from the first frame, which lasted 6 minutes, it's not been
31.
one visit snooker from Judd Trump. But he'll be overjoyed
32.
with a 5-2 lead. Halfway there.
34. 36. 39. 43. 48.
Ronnie O'Sullivan's momentum, brief as it
54.
was broken by an untimely kick. Judd Trump,
51 in the frame.
in 2
Judd
visits, restores that 3-frame gap. One more to go this afternoon. It's coming up.